Alrighty, well, as many of you guys have seen, the banano model was released a couple days ago, and I believe it has changed the direction of AI image capabilities by a long shot. So I kind of had a uh, logo to professional mock-up rendering tool that I made for work, and I created it about 4 months ago with 4.0 and DALL-E 3. OpenAI unfortunately ripped the capabilities and endpoints with DALL-E 3, which kind of forced me to do GPT 5 and GPT image. I do not like Firebase. A lot of random nuances issues would always arise, and I would always have to go in and fix it within weeks or days from fixing it previously. So I was migrating it over to Vercel, haven't really had much issues, so I'm happy with that. But GPT-5 and GPT image do not have good. The accuracy output is horrible. DALL-E 3 was nearly flawless, so I was really satisfied and all that. The cost and time with DALL-E 3 and 4.0 were about the same as GPT-5 and GPT image. Uh, but, you know, unfortunate in that regard. So some of the issues I think were kind of three things: prompt semantics, the capability of the model, no matter what your prompting was, and then the array. So I had the uploaded image, mask, base, and then the output. So with these three images, along with prompting in between each, right? Maybe not each, but in between the flow of how the API calls, right? So the issue, from my understanding and from the way I see it, is that GPT image does not compose, it doesn't integrate, it doesn't fuse, um, it doesn't layer, it doesn't magic wand a subject and paste it onto another image. It simply recreates the image. And I think in some use cases, GPT image is just fine. You know, it's perfectly okay, right? But the I'm finding that it's just like for a very specific thing like this, it's just not, it doesn't work all the time, right? So, um, and specifically my issue um, was the texture of the coffee sleeve. Clearly, there are different texture patterns and um, within the uploaded image, the mask image or the base image and the output image, right? As you can see here, completely different texture. Here, completely different texture. This was Flux. So all of this was GPT. So I was like, okay, I'll try Flux. It's the highest rated image editing. I'll switch over to a model. I'm not really familiar with it, but I'll take a look at it. And it nearly perfected the output, and I really was happy. So upon doing more research in between that time, like literally within seconds after getting this image, I pop on YouTube to kind of get some more context and guidance. And Google is doing a live stream on the banano model. And that is something that was just, I was so stoked because I was like, all right, maybe this is going to help me out, really fix things. And it did tremendously. As you can see, the statistics here. Um, I'm using just one, model here, Flash 2.5, and it's a multi-image plus prompt array, and the accuracy output is phenomenal. I would honestly say 95%, but I didn't want to be too generous. The cost is tremendously different along with the time. So I can't complain at all. I think the banano model is just perfect in regards to composition, integration. If you want to use, like in layman's terms, like take this image, extract that aspect, and paste it on that aspect or on that image realistically, like that banana model can do it perfectly. So with it being able to nearly perfect it every single time, I think the only issue that I have had, and it has only happened a couple times, is this is an example. I don't have an example. I should have grabbed one, but is the output image aspect ratio slash control of the resolution. So typically the array, would be uploaded image, base image, prompt, right? But the issue that I'm having is that since it goes base image input, then prompt. You have to have the prompt at the end, so then the prompt has the context to do what it needs to do. And so if you were to switch the base and the input around, then that's kind of like where it changes course of things. But for whatever reason, if you have the input before the base, it doesn't necessarily do it correctly. Like, it doesn't compose correctly. It doesn't, like, realistically render the main subject from the uploaded image onto the base image. You have to have the base image before the uploaded image. And I'm not sure, and I'm not sure if that has something to do with like the semantics that I'm using, like all the prompts that are in, my array. But I would say just the achievement that the banano model has had has been a very, very nice implementation into this course direction of AI image models. This is kind of just like a bullshit scratch case study. I just kind of thought that I would kind of give my input on, kind of like the journey that I've had with image edit and image generation, learning that prompt engineering and prompt semantics can heavily affect the outcome, but also can not really do much depending on the model's capabilities. But anyways, I hope you guys really kind of got some sort of food for thought or found some enjoyment in this video. I might be doing a follow-up, but for now, that will be it.